Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tony Ray Ingram. I'm here to present for Destination CLES, a wonderful trip opportunity coming up for tropical Costa Rica. This tour is 9 days, 14 included meals. Little bit about Costa Rica.
Tropical Costa Rica is a unique program because it takes place at what is quite possibly the most biodiverse country on Earth.
I had no idea the variety that's available here that we're getting to see.
It's about being able to deliver an opportunity for guests to have a lifetime experience.
So, a little bit about our itinerary. We'll be flying into San Jose, then up to Arnall, down to Mount Verde and Guanacaste. The red dotted line represents a pre-extension we can take coming in a few days early to Tutuguero National Park. We'll chat a little bit about that at the end of the presentation, and I will use this slide as our transitional slide when we're going between destinations. So flying into San Jose, a real juxtaposition between the coffee plantations, this city, and natural zones, very interspersed with all of these. When we arrive into San Jose, we're coming to the beautiful Carrera Hotel in San Jose. Do make sure you pack your bathing suit and your carry-on because they boast 7 different swimming pools at this resort. A chance to really relax, get our feet under us from those long flights before heading out the next day. The next day, we'll get up, we'll head out, and in about 10 o'clock, we'll be stopping for a coffee break. But this is a slightly different coffee break than you're maybe used to. We're going to stop at a coffee plantation to learn about the importance of this crop and these plantations in the economy of Costa Rica. We'll also learn directly from the people who live and work at these coffee plantations exactly how the coffee is planted, harvested, as well as getting an opportunity to try some of their beautiful Costa Rican coffee. From there, we're heading to the resort of Arnall in the township of Arnall. Beautiful resort, very spread out, lovely swimming pool and spa facilities here. And here's where we'll have our first welcome dinner. And I don't know if this is what we're having for dinner. I just wanted to showcase some of the aspects of Costa Rican cuisine. While we're not changing hotels the following day, we are doing a day trip up to the Cana Negro, far north in Costa Rica. And the drive takes us about an hour to get up there. And when we get there, we'll be changing from our motor coach to smaller river vessels. Here we'll be going up the Cana Negro River to their national park, which boasts over 2,000 acres of indigenous forest. When we're in Cana Negro, we are looking for wonderful wildlife, so make sure you're bringing your binoculars. Everything from the sloths, the capuchin monkeys, different bird life, butterflies, etc., all along the river. This afternoon, we'll be returning to the resort where we will do some of the Destination CLES presentations and educational aspect. For those of you not joining for those meetings, as I mentioned, the hotel does boast a beautiful spa and swimming pool area to relax and enjoy some sunshine. The following day is a unique opportunity. We're going to go visit a family-owned farm. Here we're going to learn how a group of entrepreneurs had come together to offer microloans to farmers and people in developing nations to support their economy and their business structure. This gentleman and his family took out a microloan to start a small family-based business. It was a microloan of $25, of which he used to purchase the equipment for his farm, his first crop, etc. We'll also be doing a wonderful farm to table lunch here. It doesn't get much fresher than this farm to table. And getting to know the family and all about what they produce and how they have started their farm. This is a real impact moment to learn from people in the destination. The following day, we're heading from Arnall down to Mount Verde, and it would be a very boring ride if we just went straight. So we have to do a lovely sightseeing stop in the middle. And on this day, we'll again change our motor coach for a cruise vessel. And this vessel will go along the Lake Arnall, a hydroelectric project built in 1979. This lake produces, and hydro plant produces 17% of the country's electricity. And of course, getting some beautiful views of the Arnall volcano. From Lake Arnall, we'll be rejoining our motor coach and heading towards the Mount Verde cloud forest. Verde, of course, green, the Green Mountain. Here we'll be joining a local expert for a nature walk through this amazing, pristine, indigenous wildlife forest. This is one of the 7 natural wonders of Costa Rica, flourishing with nature. And as we stroll through on our walking paths with our naturalist, we'll be looking over 100 feet up into the canopy of the trees, and an absolutely wonderful opportunity to learn about the flora and fauna of the forest of Mount Verde. We'll also be looking for many types of animal life, birds, sloths, monkeys, etc. If we are lucky, we will see one of these small little beautiful birds known as the endangered quetzal. For years, they were hunted for their plumage, for fashion design. Later, they were hunted and caged as songbirds. And today, on the endangered species list in this area of Mount Verde, the largest mating populations of 200 sets of birds in existence today. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that we see some of these beautiful little birds in their wild habitat on our nature walk. And then we'll be coming to our lovely El Establo Mount Verde, our hotel just nestled into the side of the mountain. I love how this hotel is situated. It does not stick out. It is not ostentatious in this beautiful green part of the world. And again, this evening, a lovely included dinner. Again, not sure this is exactly what we're having for dinner, but some of the traditional cuisine of this area. The following day, we have a choice on tour. 2 things are included at the same time, and you get to choose which one you want to do as an included feature. Do you want to include the hanging bridges and butterfly garden, or do you wish to include the zip line? Now, this is the only one of these choices on tour that I know of where you can choose your included feature, and if you wanted to do both, you could purchase the second one for $75. So do you want to include the butterfly and hanging bridges and purchase the zip line, or vice versa, or just do one or the other as your included feature? So our butterfly and hanging bridges, you'll be going into a butterfly enclosure, wearing a light or floral color shirt that day. The butterflies will land on you if you stand still long enough. They're incredibly beautiful, fragile creatures, an opportunity to get some lovely photos. And then we go off on the hanging bridges. Now, the hanging bridges are on stanchions through the cloud forest, and we walk along the top of the canopy of the forest, over 100 feet to the ground. Here, we're walking along, looking down onto the forest that we were looking up at the day before, looking for all those beautiful animals still, but truly enjoying the forest from a different perspective. And or would you like to include your zip line and canopy tour for a very different perspective on Mother Nature, zipping through the forest? Now, as I said, this is the only place in the world where I know you have one or the other included, and then you can purchase the second one if you would like to. On return to our hotel in Mount Verde, we do have a beautiful included dinner. Now, I am not sure this is what you're having, but if you see these on any menu, do make sure you indulge in them. They're like a tamale, but instead of wrapped in corn husks as we do here in the United States in the northern Mexico region, these are wrapped in banana leaves and cooked and steamed the same way tamales are, but it gives it a beautiful flavor. So do try these if you see them along your adventure. From Mount Verde, we have our last jaunt over to Guanacaste, and on that jaunt, when we arrive into Guanacaste, we are right on the beach. Our hotel's lovely situated on the beach, looking out over the beautiful sunset. The area of Guanacaste is world renowned for their sunsets. Photographers from all over the world will come to catch this beautiful time of day. And here we have our included dinner. Now, these are deep fried plantains, that very sweet banana. If you see these along the way, get these. They're served more like a tortilla chip with a salsa and guacamole and a feta type of cheese. Very, very good. That sweet and savory juxtaposition is always great. So if you see these along the way, do make sure you try these. The following day, for those of you with CLEs, we do have our conference time at the hotel, but for those of you not joining the conference and the classroom activities, you do have the day at leisure to enjoy walks along the beach, our beautiful infinity edge pool. We do have a couple of extra activities you could join into if you'd like, either kayaking or going out on a little boat to see dolphins. Either one of those can be purchased in advance. Of course, you'll talk to Mary and her staff at CLES. And then this evening, we have, of course, our farewell dinner. Again, not sure this is what we're having for dinner, just wanted to show some of the local cuisine as well. And then we say goodbye to our beautiful Costa Rica. Now, I will mention from the beginning, we have a extension that we can take into Tortuguero National Park. How this works is we come into San Jose a couple of days early, and then we leave our big suitcase at San Jose, take a day bag with us. We go up by boat into Tortuguero National Park. Now, the one thing I will mention in Tortuguero National Park is they do not have internet, they do not have cell reception, and they do not have television. What they do have is a gorgeous national park hotel. All of the windows are screened in, but they do not have glass in them. So when you lay down in your bed in the evening, you are listening to the jungle around you, the beautiful sounds of the jungle around you. It is a couple of days to completely unplug, and it is a nice break from everything. You will be taking boat rides into Tortuguero National Park. This is one of our wonderful regional guides. His name's José. We have many local guides that are regional to that area and will assist you with all of your questions. They love to share their beautiful country of Costa Rica. We'll be looking for over 60 mammal species, 111 species of reptile, macaws, all different types of animals as we take our nature excursions into Tortuguero National Park. And then we come back to San Jose for a wonderful evening to meet up with the rest of the group coming in. So that is a little bit about the overall tour and the extension. I hope to see everyone at Tortuguero, or at Costa Rica. Please do contact Mary and CLEs for further information. Thank you so much for your time.